Hi wrestling fans, I'm worse than a bad penny. I'm back for part 2 of the dreaded report for today. Did anybody notice on TNA's Impact Thursday how Tara's chest was all blurred out throughout her whole match? I don't know what she was showing, a little nip maybe, or... I tried to look as hard as I could to find something. Other than the obvious, I found that. Cleavage. And I hope you fans caught Evan Bourne and Carlito match on WGN on Thursday's show. Man, it was a fantastic match. That's the thing. That's the reason I like wrestling so well, is a match like that, and the other thing is divas. Knockouts. Now, let's get to some news before I run out of time. Wrestling Observer newsletter says Sting missed last month's TNA Genesis pay-per-view, and that last week's Impact taping due to a family emergency that we still don't know any of the details on yet. No one's questioning the legitimacy of the Sting's reason, and he has had a reputation for years of not being one to come up with worthless excuses to miss a show. Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan said about Sting on Bubba the Love Sponge show, which they always mouth off on there for some unknown reason, that Bischoff knocked Sting for missing the tapings. Bischoff said that everyone in TNA has to be completely committed to the organization or things just don't work out. With Hogan adding he doesn't see how they can be, use anyone that's missing the show, which is true. This is seen within TNA as a message being sent to Sting. Here's kind of the lowdown on this. Bischoff said, Sting is a great talent. We love him to death. My problem right now is that we're doing a big picture. And to understand the big picture is for wrestling business. Sting has had a life and death personal issue, but from the business side, it totally screws up things. If any time that happens, I've got a personal issue. Now that we have to switch gears, who we use, who we can build the world around them, things like that. Which that's true. I understand all that. Everybody's got to make a commitment. It's easy to say we want TNA to be #1, but if you're not willing to put TNA as a priority above almost every situation, it's probably not going to work out. Now, if there is a life and death situation, which I hope there's not, actually, I can understand Bischoff being mad. But otherwise, TNA doesn't revolve around Sting. I mean, you got other stuff to work on. Road Warrior Animal, by the way, biography on TNA's career. Road Warrior Animal's biography on his wrestling career. I'll get it right yet. This is part 2. Should have heard part 1. Anyway, it has been retooled. The book on his life was going to be the book on his own life, autobiography. But now it's going to be the Road Warrior Tag Team. The book is going to be re-entitled The Road Warriors, Danger, Death, and the Rush of Wrestling. The book is being written and is expected to be published in 2010. Paul Ellering, who managed the team for years, will be writing the foreword in the book, and I may write the backwards in the book. Makes sense. Chris Jericho announced on his Twitter account that the band Fozzy is going to be going to the UK in May. They will be in Glasgow, Scotland, let's see, May 13th, Nottingham on May 14th, London on May 15th with 2 shows. Word going around is that TNA will forego renewing a number of Legends marketing contracts when they expire this year. That's going to hurt some people. TNA's Lockdown 2010 pay-per-view will be held in St. Charles, Missouri, outside of St. Louis in the Family Arena, April 18th. There will be a fan interaction on the 17th. The deal is apparently a last-minute thing, as the original location they had booked had to be canceled because WWE booked the arena and insisted on a non-compete clause within a certain time frame that TNA had booked. While Scott Hall and Sean Waltman has been removed from the opening Impact video and TNA's roster page, it should be noted that both of them are still affiliated with TNA. The website simply playing off the storyline from Impact. Kurt Angle's name came up in the federal trial, which it did years ago, of 9 men associated with applied pharmacy in Mobile, Alabama, that is going to go on trial this week. Assistant U.S. Attorney Donna Dobbins brought up Angle and Jose Canseco's name, as they were clients, I guess, of the pharmacy in their closing arguments. Scott D'Amore, by the way, has parted ways with TNA, according to PWI Insider. D'Amore posted on his on his Facebook, I guess, stating that Scott D'Amore would like to wish everybody at TNA well in their future endeavors. Why everybody has to say that? WWE does all the time. But anyway, Bischoff wrote on his Twitter. Jeremy Borash posted a picture of himself and Bret Hart with him, and he said, "What a mark." All right, former diva Candice Michelle, Kansas, yes, posted on her Twitter account of her pregnant stomach. She says, "Look at my growing belly, so much fun." TNA President Dixie Carter spoke to Fred Tropel of CanMagazine.com and explained that TNA is going up against a corporate juggernaut that will stop at nothing to put them out of business. Well, then don't do it, Dixie. Man, I hate that whining and crying. Our competition may not have the same opinion that competition is good for the industry and take every opportunity to shut us down. I mean, it's the truest David and Goliath situation. We are scrappy, and we will no longer take no for an answer, and we're going to have great success. My God. Guess she told them. Well, you get a 1.4 or 5 rating? Okay. Anyway, the big thing these days, it says you don't have to be bigger than a life cartoon. I mean, it's much more about reality, and these guys can do what they can do in the ring. They're amazing athletes, and I have an all-pro football player, and anyway, she's just patting her own back, which I wouldn't mind doing that. All right, TNA announced the second episode of TNA Epics will air Thursday, February 11th, 11 p.m., let's see, immediately after Impact, so please make a note of it. Let me go on down there and find some other things before I run out of time. I'm 7 minutes. Oh, God. DVD, WWE's 2010 Elimination Chamber pay-per-view will be released on DVD March 23rd. FYE stores offered a free poster of WWE's John Morrison's DVD that comes out February 20th. WWE's planning a new release of the Best of Raw 2009 on Blu-ray in Canada, but for some reason they canceled it, and now they're going to do 2010 Royal Rumble on Blu-ray, however, instead of. Taker versus Batista for the World Heavyweight titles being advertised for SmackDown ECW event in Stockton, California on March 13th. Oh, by the way, Shawn Michaels broke Steve Austin's record of the most Royal Rumble eliminations at last Sunday's pay-per-view. Austin's previous record was 36, while Shawn Michaels did 41, and still lost. F4W Online says it was announced in Japan that legendary Antonio Inoki has been invited to join WWE's Hall of Fame this year. Word is Stan Henson will be doing the inducting. The finals of WWE Diva title tournament will take place, I guess, well, it already took place on Monday's Raw, with the winner going against the Divas champion. Oh, by the way, Royal Rumble was the top 3 most searched terms on Yahoo last week. As of this weekend, WWE Diva Serena Deeb is officially on the road to growing her hair back. I gotta go for the second time. I think I do have to go, though. Hope nobody's in there. I gotta go.